Yeah, let's put up that first clip because we saw it, Politico, of course, but it's via antiwar.com that we saw it today. And Biden to ask Congress to approve $1.1 billion in arms sales for Taiwan. And there are two things about this, Dr. Paul. That's why it's like a perfect storm. Number one, it's all about poking China. We're going to send more anti-ship, anti-air missiles to Taiwan. Obviously, those are aimed at China. That's the whole purpose, is to aim them at China. So one, to poke China. We've had delegation after delegation go through, starting with Pelosi's big delegation, going through Taiwan, being increasingly boisterous toward China, and now we're going to sell them weapons. So one, poke China, make China our enemy, push China into the arms of Russia, which we've done a good job. And number two is propping up the military-industrial complex, because this money is not a sale from the United States. It's a sale from Lockheed Martin and Raytheon, et cetera, et cetera. Well, let's put up this next one. This is a very lively commentator. Hu Shijin is a journalist in China who's always very colorful and very to the point. He makes a great point here. And this is underneath the announcement, the tweet that we're going to sell $1.1 billion to Taiwan. Shijin says, when it comes to the Taiwan question, the U.S. president is very much like the sales manager of a big arms dealer. He could say that not just about Biden, but about his predecessor, et cetera. The one thing about this, and I mentioned it earlier, Dr. Paul, is that these congressional delegations go over to Taiwan and become increasingly confrontational. There was even a member of Congress standing on Taiwanese soil saying Taiwan is an independent country. Now, you and I might scoff, say you can say whatever you want. You can say, you know, I'm a potato or whatever. But the fact is that these words have meaning there. The other issue about this, Dr. Paul, and let's put on this next clip from Zero Hedge, is the issue of moral hazard. Because we prop up Taiwan with weapons, we wink, implicitly give them support, we say they're an independent country, it emboldens them to do things they wouldn't normally do, which in turn threatens to draw us into their fight, which is not our fight. And here's something that came out on Hedge today. U.S. stocks sink after Taiwan fires at China drone. So the Taiwanese Defense Ministry fired at a Chinese drone. You might say big deal, but they feel emboldened, I think, by this implicit U.S. backing. And then again, you see, and here's the journalist again, Hu Shijin, let's put this one on if you can, issuing a warning to Taiwan to stop shooting at their drones. He says, I advise the Taiwan troops not to shoot blindly. It's better to throw stones. If you shoot a drone that ordinary people play with, then that's that. But if you shoot the PLA's drones, you may trigger a war. So a warning, an escalation, for what real purpose? We shouldn't be emboldening Taiwan. We shouldn't be involved at all, but we certainly shouldn't be emboldening them with the implicit idea that we're going to come to your aid, because we're not. We're not going to fight China. We're not going to go to nuclear war with China over Taiwan. We should just say it. Just like Ukraine was not going to be in NATO. Just say the obvious.